today's era is up there, possibly at the highest level so far. I think I don't, and there's probably multiple reasons why the level in blues rock is so high now. It could be that, kids grew up with all this influence, from the 60s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, the 2000s. We all grew up with this, with so many great players, so many great artists, and this giant well to kind of draw from. There's the whole YouTube thing, like of going and being able to like become a great guitar player way quicker than when I was a kid. We had to listen to like a CD and try and figure it out by ear, which has got its own merits. But I think, I mean, if I look at the Blues Rock Review album list every year, right? When you look at like your top 20 albums, the albums that come top 20 in Blues Rock Review's albums, I mean, the standard is actually insanity. I mean, like any one of those albums is just world class and could very easily become one of my favorite blues rock albums. You know what I mean? It's we spoil for choice in today's world, and I think and I always say it, and we have we have particular artists to thank in our modern era for the level, and I think Bonamassa is definitely one of those guys. I mean, I think in general and I see this a lot of time, which is I always find so weird. There's a lot of, I call it sour grapes towards a guy like Joe, because he's so successful, and I never get that. I mean, I think the more successful a guy like that is, the better the chance for the rest of us is, because he's kind of paving a way forward for everyone, and popularizing the genre we love. So and he's a monster. He's a monster musician. He's a monster guitar player. I mean, there's no doubt about that. So I think it's guys like that and a guy like Joe's also really putting a lot back into the blues rock world with, because he's in the world of producing now, and producing records, him and Josh, and he's kind of giving back, and just helping this genre grow. So I think it's because of guys like Joe out there why I think the world of blues rock is at its, I wouldn't say its pinnacle in popularity, but just in who's performing, who's releasing albums, and the level of those albums. It's actually quite a daunting thing releasing an album in today's world of blues rock, in my opinion.
Yeah, kind of talking about Bonamassa, it is kind of that all boats rise, and I think we've definitely seen that. As his career has taken off, a lot of other artists have kind of joined along for the ride.
Yeah, and that's always why when you don't I don't see it that much these days, but you get these, I suppose, jealous guitar players or sour grapes, right? Like, well, why is he doing so well? Why am I not? But that's just like, it's such a stupid way of looking at it. I mean, I've been a Bonamassa fan since the beginning. I've always thought he's been fantastic, and he's been a great inspiration to me. Not just musically, obviously musically, he's been a fantastic inspiration, but just on his career and how he's putting his music out there. He's an inspirational dude. He really, really is, and that's why I never get that negative thing like, oh, he's not great, or he's not this. It's like, that's such bullshit. You know what I mean? And it's just sour grapes, really. That's really all it is.